This is the entrepreneurship process for gym membership sales. Content creators are Paula, Harmony, Tyler, and Cody.
I would like to start with idea generation and how me and my group came up with our idea and the solution. So we used a semi-structured approach to generate ideas as a group, and I have listed a bunch of different techniques in the description also from that chapter in the book, and we use some of these techniques to create a space for brainstorming. So the problem was, one of our teammates, his name is Cody, and he's a gym associate, and he recognized this problem in his workplace. And he shared with us that there are two positions part of this issue, and one is the front desk associate, and another is the membership salesman. Well, the front desk associate, all he does is check in gym members and ring up their concessions and, makes their drinks and things like that. And he's paid $7.25 per hour. The membership salesman sells and markets memberships and promotions, and he's paid $12 an hour. So, working at this gym, Cody noticed that the salesmen were a little too forward, and they usually scared off potential members, resulting in them, going and asking the front desk associate for information about memberships and things about promotions going on at that gym. So when he brought that idea to us, we all agreed and thought it was the best fit for this entrepreneurship project. So we came up with a solution that we all should train the front desk associates to sell and market memberships and then pay them $10. So up them from their $7.25 to $10 an hour, and do away with the membership salesman position. So at the end of the day, this will increase customer satisfaction while decreasing the company payroll. Next is how to mobilize the idea. So I want to start with the first two important elements, and one is establishing trust relationships with your peers, and two, developing professional networks. So with my group, we had already established a trust when we saw that we were in a team, and we, made a group chat and began emailing each other and things like that. We put our trust in each other because we all wanted, this great grade, and we're like, okay, how can we move this over to within our pretend solution for the gym? And we use networks such as, GroupMe to communicate with one another. So was this an internal or external solution? And I definitely say external because Cody, who was not from that sales department, he came up with the idea, making it external. So about the customer, we definitely think that we had the customer in mind when we came up with the solution, and we really want to redesign their customer service experience and provide them with a welcoming smile when they come to our gym. And lastly, customers already avoid speaking to the salesman, and we really want all our members and potential members to feel comfortable coming to the gym. Most people are already somewhat nervous or skeptical when they come to the gym, so we want to eliminate all that and give them a welcoming place.
The next stage of the entrepreneurship process is advocacy and screening. This is the stage where ideas can be examined, improved upon, pushed forward in the organization, and set up for success in later stages of the entrepreneurship process. An ideal advocate for this new organizational practice would be someone with knowledge of sales and front desk procedures, as well as someone who understands customer desires and values. They need to possess time and resources to advocate and promote the idea. This is where they will inform other departments about the idea and make everyone aware of what it looks like and entails. The most important part for an advocator is communication. This means maintaining a constant dialogue with the idea creator, customers, and management. Being upfront and honest will ensure trust among all parties involved or affected by any changes this new idea brings about. When it comes to screening the idea, it is imperative that we seek feedback from employees. We will start with those that will be involved: sales reps and front desk personnel. Next, we will solicit customer input. from those that have purchased memberships, from the front desk and sales reps, and even those that have given a bad review about their encounter or experience with the sales reps. This information will help us later in the experimentation phase. From the advocacy and screening process, we will hear opinions, concerns, and suggestions that will help to create a customer-focused solution to begin an experimentation phase with. It is important to avoid politics by including many departments and customers in the screening phase. Remember, communication is the most important step of this process. We can also use these steps to get employees and customers excited and engaged with our new organizational practice. The next phase of the entrepreneurship process is idea experimentation. Let's recap first. Current business model is sales personnel push gym memberships, while front desk employees check in and sell concessions. The pay scale is sales personnel make $12 an hour, while front desk only makes $7.25 an hour. The problem that arose was front desk personnel were getting frustrated with having to do the sales representative jobs. Sales members haven't been making many sales, costing the company money. Customers are unhappy with having to hear a sales pitch. They really just want to get in and get out of the gym without having to hear a bunch of options. Our idea and solution that we are going to experiment with is merging the front desk employees and sales personnel. The new pay scale will be $10 an hour for these personnel. General memberships will be sold at a set rate. This means no more sales pitch, no choices to confuse or overwhelm the customers, an increase in customer satisfaction, an increase in employee satisfaction, and a decrease in the loss of profits from ineffective sales pitch. We must look at past research and data and consider several things before we begin our experiment. The research we have is sales reps have become ineffective. The front desk sells just as many memberships. Frustrated customers and employees have become an issue. Some considerations to think about are cost, benefits, effort, resources, and risk. To delve a little further, let's look at each of those. Our cost: loss of sales reps and multiple enticing memberships, disgruntled employees being scaled back in position and pay. Even though there are costs, we do have benefits: increased customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, and an increase in sales. The effort: time to retrain sales reps and front desk to the newly consolidated position. Time to solicit feedback and customer reviews, employee thoughts and concerns. Some of our resources will be customer reviews, past sales data, employee feedback, and new data from test run experiment. Some of the risks could possibly be a decline in sales, unhappy customers and employees, from a lack of options to smaller pay scale. After we gather our research and clearly understand all the considerations, we can then implement our experiment. We will do a 2-week test run, putting sales reps and front desk personnel in their newly trained positions where they will greet customers, sell concessions, and general memberships to the customers. At the end of the 2-week period, we will send out questionnaires to all customers that purchased a membership during that time period. We will seek out comments, concerns, and suggestions. Next, we will hold a meeting with the employees who performed the sales. We will seek information about what worked, what didn't, why or why not. How did they perceive the customer's response? Lastly, we will create a dialogue with all gym employees. From this dialogue, we want to find out anything that customers said, their behavior and response to simplified membership purchases. Trainers have conversations with customers on a daily basis, and it is possible that they had discussions that could give valuable insight into our new business model of membership sales. After the 2-week experimentation of Phase 1, we will begin Phase 2. We will take a look at the sales data. Is it up? Is it down? We will keep an open discussion as to what we could do better, what worked, or what didn't. We will make the necessary refinements and modifications to make the idea permanently deployable.
Diffusing and implementing is one of the last steps in the entrepreneurship process. For our idea of having the front desk employees take over as the main sales force, it will be fairly difficult to diffuse. To diffuse this idea, we will need the whole company to understand what is going on and why we are choosing to get rid of the main sales force and transfer it to the front desk employees. The more people that understand our idea, the more they'll be likely to open up to it and be completely okay with the idea. No one is more important than having the front desk employees understand the idea and have them excited about it, especially since they will need to understand the new responsibilities. If they do not understand their new responsibilities, then there's absolutely no way that memberships will go up. And finally, the front desk people will need to be extremely excited and on board with the idea. If they're not on board with the idea, then there's no possible way for people such as the front desk people and our customers to really want to the idea, and the sales force will have to come back. Next up is implementing our idea. To implement our idea, usually these ideas come with products. But since ours isn't a product, that does not mean that our customers won't notice a change in the gym. For instance, a customer usually comes in and they are trying to be sold on what's going on. And that's fine, but apparently that's just too salesy for some people. Some people, when they come to the gym, they honestly just want to have a membership because they want to better themselves. So this is not a product that can be sold, but it is still something that we can market to our customers. The way we can market this is say that we are honestly here to help better you. We are not here to sell you anything. We're not here to make a profit. Our front desk people are strictly the only ones that will be signing you up for your membership. And the best way to really make sure that our idea is working is to track the success of our members. If we can track how many new members come in with our idea in place, that'll really tell us if the sales force on the front desk is really being effective, rather than the sales force that usually are, as people call it, too salesy.
Commercialization of creating a new job/job description. So what does this mean? This means that the front desk employees that are currently making $7.25 an hour will be bumped up to $10 an hour because they will be front desk employees as well as being able to sign people up. As far as the sales consultants go, we will phase that job out. So this new job held by the front desk will be an increase in pay. So already they're making more money. Externally, customers, I believe, will be more satisfied because they don't have to go through a specific person. Oftentimes when people are coming in the gym, they ask about a membership and we say, oh, well, we'll get you with one of our sales guys. They give us a weird look and then they automatically just put up the walls because they know they're about to be sold to. That's not going to happen in this scenario. They're going to come in and ask about a gym membership. We're going to shoot it straight. We're going to tell them the facts, what it is. If they want to sign up, they can, and if not, they don't have to. I think it'll also be more appealing to the employees, specifically the front desk employees, because there's no kind of specialization there. They literally just have a job to sign people up, to ring up food and concessions, and they're also going to be getting paid more than what they are currently. And I think the organization as a whole will make more money because, number one, they're reducing their cost by phasing out the sales consultant jobs, as well as they're going to get an increase in the amount of customers coming in that want to purchase a membership. Oftentimes when people are going into a business, they don't want to be sold. They don't want to go through the whole sales process. I mean, I've done it myself. It's not fun. So with them just going in and us shooting it straight to them, just being like, hey, this is our price, I think it's going to really get an increase in customer satisfaction with them. Us just telling them the price, they can pay it if they want, and there's really no kind of sales tactics to it. So I think that the organization will get more value, get more profit by more people joining because of that diffusing of the sales process, as well as the organization is going to have that reduction in cost. So,
in conclusion, via the 5 stages of the entrepreneurship process, we can take our business model from a budding idea to a viable new business practice. We anticipate that we will have an increase of sales, a boost in customer satisfaction, and encouraged employees.